digital and data advocates in the same room. That's a good point. Upon which to cross to Adrián Alcalá, our colleague from Mexico. If I'm not mistaken, in Mexico City, it's probably now crossed finally to Thursday. I think he joined us when it was still Wednesday. Adrián, if you can hear us, I will ask the technical team to put your slides up, and very quickly, you talk to us about Mexico's open data policy, particularly the Open Infrastructure Initiative, and how you are empowering those communities with open access to information to create accountability. Thank you.
Thank you, Bernard. Good afternoon to all. Good night in Mexico. I'm sorry for not being in the forum. On behalf of the National Institute for Transparency, Access to Information, and Personal Data Protection, INAI Mexico, I appreciate the invitation and celebrate the organization of this forum. It's an honor to share with what we are doing in Mexico, in terms of open data, and particularly with the Open Infrastructure Initiative. Well, what is happening? Public institutions that guarantee transparency and accountability are often uncomfortable for governments. In fact, in Mexico, we warn of an intention from the public power to weaken the INAI and with it eliminate the possibility of the people to access public information. However, projects like this allow us to keep mechanism true, which society can find out what governments do and how they do it. In this case, we promote the generation of open data related to the contracts of public works and infrastructure projects to motivate the involvement and the beneficiaries in these projects. Due to this, when there is not transparency, three problems can arise. The first, projects that are built by the governments not always are the ones most required. Here we can find a planning issue. The second, the construction costs are not the best ones and they use to be higher. Normally, as a consequence of our low competition. And the third, the quality of the projects that can be goods or services is not optimal and is not associated with the price we paid for it. What is open infrastructure? To prevent these problems, the INAI, in the partnership with expert organization, promotes the adoptions of the international standards, the open contracting data standards, and the open contracting data standards for the infrastructure. Both standards are the basis of the Open Infrastructure Initiative, which has three objectives. First, publish information in open and accessibility formats about infrastructure projects and their content. Second, promote citizen participation and vigilance in the exercise of the public budget. For this, we created a figure called the Open Data Network, where we're public organizations and will, as a private and social, can participate. And the third, promote the use of open data to increase the efficiency and effectiveness of public management, as well as improve the quality and price of contract goods and services. Joe Open Data helps. The develop this initiative, a pilot project was launched in 2022. Likewise, a capture system and data viewer developed in free software and open code were designed so that participating organizations, but mainly of the beneficiaries, can follow and like and look at the work projects in their communities. Quiz, Michoacán, Mexico. An example of the works developed in the framework of this initiative and the use of this open data platform in the case of Vista Hermosa, Michoacán. It's a small Mexican community of around 2,000 people. In this case, the municipal government decided to publish data on the collector de Occidente, an underground conduit in which the sewers discharge their drainage. In Vista Hermosa, there was extensive involvement of civil society organizations and the beneficiary population who visited the construction site to verify that is was advising on time and according to the information published and the initiatives platform. This is just one example of the work we are doing with 23 public institutions, and this support 55 organizations and experts with a coverage in 9 states of Mexico. Thus, it's the end of the pilot project. We expected to publicize 43 postulate public works project, which together represent an approximate investment of more than $300 million with a benefit population of more than 1.5 million people. Open data transparency works, strengthened citizens' participation, and with it, our democracy. I appreciate your attention, and I invite and I appreciate your attention, and I invite you to know more about this initiative by access sync the website infraestructuraabierta.x. In addition, you can visit the website abramonmexico.mx, and where you could learn about of another similar initiatives that we are promoting in terms of open data in Mexico. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Adrian. I think we can all see the power of good evidence and data in spurring citizens to action in terms of monitoring the quality of the work that's being done for the public good. Admin, if you could put back the slides that has all the panelists, that would be good for the case of those who've